Hi, welcome to this tutorial. We're going to look at how to use an existing Flash template and modify it. I use this with Year 7 and 8 students at Adobe Intermediate School in Tauranga, New Zealand, and to teach students how to make characters, how to make symbols, shape tweens, but also to have a bit of fun. The students get to modify this template to make their own game. One of the first things we look at is creating a character for this symbol here and an enemy. When you play the game, and by the way, this template is called Platformer for Flame X. I did not make it, it's freely available. You just Google it on Google. Basically, there is ActionScript in this, and we do go into a little bit of ActionScript with our students. We don't get into writing the ActionScript, but we study how the script makes these characters move. So space is shoot and control is shield. The spikes deplete your health, and there's very little ground. Okay, so one of the first things we look at with our students is we look at spending a couple of hours just making the characters and putting the characters in to replace the symbol here. So what we've got all our symbols in the library. We have a symbol for the pickups, the ground, the re-educating device or the gun, the enemy, and the spikes. And also, what else have we got? We've got the bullet as well and the walls. If you open up timeline and then double click on the character, what we see here is 6 different drawn characters. So the first one is character still without touching the button, character facing right, character jumping is the next one. The one after that is character with a shield. It's crucial you don't delete this symbol here or the shield will not work. Character is resting in peace and the character is holding a weapon. The enemy, just go back to the scene. The enemy, let's go inside the symbol, double click. The enemy just has itself and resting in peace. So on this other page here, what we've got is some characters that I've got made already. So this is what we get the students to do, to make their own characters. Some do stick figures, some put a bit more effort in and make something like this. So what I'm going to do is copy this character, simple, we'll just go Control C, it's not a symbol, and then I'm going to go inside the character symbol, CHAR, and delete this one, delete the first one, and then just Control V, paste. And this little plus here, is where your character needs to be standing on top of. Right, because this character drops down at the start of the game. If you do this with students, if they get a bit confused with all the background stuff being greyed out, they can just simply go into the character this way, where you don't see anything in the background, and then replace everything. Let's go ahead and quickly do this. I'm copying the side one, delete, right click, paste, move it up there, and this is our jumping one. Delete, Control plus to zoom in, see what I'm doing if you can't see what I'm doing. This one's got a shield. Now this one's a little bit different. When you use a shield which is Control, you actually need to draw the shield in, which doesn't make anything happen at all. But what's crucial about this one here is you delete this part here and this part here of the character and then paste. You need to make sure that this little green symbol, which does destroy the enemy, is on the right hand side of the shield. So I might just move this over a bit and move this character to there, and that'll work. If you put the shield on the other side, obviously the shield's part of the character and you'll die. The shield will not work. Character is having a sleep or being knocked out or resting in peace. So that's the second to last one. Delete, paste. And the last one is the character holding a weapon. You could make an arm protrude out of your character. This one doesn't. Again, it's crucial you don't delete the weapon symbol, but you can delete that. So it's going to look like that. And let's do the enemy. Copy. Back to scene 1. Double click on the enemy. Delete the enemy. And then paste. Now there is a part 2 to this tutorial on YouTube where I look at animating the pickups and making the ground bigger, expand it, because a lot of students want their game to be bigger than this. This is very limiting. Alright, so let's have a test of this. It's just Control Enter. So when I go right, the character changes to a different drawing or character. When I jump, it turns into a jumping one. When I press spacebar, that's a different character again. When I press Control, there's the shield. And oh look, I no-scoped the enemy and I took him out. So we didn't see our enemy. Let's make sure the enemy is working. Control Enter. You might want to go full screen. There's our enemy going back and forth. That's great. It's working really well. Okay, so again, same thing with the weapon, the gun. Let's zoom in. I'll just select that and then Control plus. You need to make sure the gun's facing towards this from right to the plus sign. Let's make let's make a little banana gun. It's quite a good idea with students not to talk about actual guns and weapons, but maybe call it some sort of a re-educating device that educating people. Use fruit, potato gun, sort of projectile weapons. But then I'm getting back to guns, aren't I? Just spin this out. Looks like a rugby ball. Alright. So, whatever this is going to shoot out little mini ones of this. So it doesn't look like a weapon, it's more non-threatening. It's good if we don't talk about weapons the whole time, because there's too many issues with weapons in the world. Now let's click on bullets. Again, this is what's going to come out of it, but I'm just going to delete that and paste this in instead. Press Q, make it smaller. Let's move the other way. Again, with the bullet, you might decide to do a little bit of an animation here. I'll just press F6 a few times. Oops. Right, so this one here might rotate slightly, and then press F6 again, and rotate again. Press F6. So make the bullet look a bit more interesting than just shooting across the page. Let's see if that works. So we've got our substituted character, and let's go over here, spacebar, there's the bullet rotating, and I took out the enemy. Also, in the second tutorial I show you very crudely how to make a background using a different layer. And one thing I also get the students to do is go to soundation.com, which is a free website where you can make your own music, and they make their own soundtrack for their game, and they import it into again another layer in scene view. So in this tutorial what I've looked at is showing you how to make your own characters for this pre-made game which you can modify. I've been using this for about 5 or 6 years with our Year 7 and 8 students at Moitai Intermediate School in Tauranga, New Zealand, and they just really enjoy getting to, with this experience students really get a good control of some of the basics of Adobe Flash, and the students can practice doing their motion tweening and their shape tweening, and then even animating inside a symbol as well. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that, and press the big thumbs up if you liked it.